We have an interesting political twist in tonight's News Channel 3 Tipline investigation. We tracked down a felon who wants to represent you in Congress. Now, it may sound crazy, but it could happen. He just got out of prison, and now he has his sights set on Washington. Stephen Pybram is one of 14 Republicans hoping to replace retiring U.S. Senator Barbara Boxer. Pybram filed papers with the Federal Election Commission in January, just 5 months after his release from federal prison.
Well, a former Santa accountant will be spending time in prison for tax fraud.
Pybram underreported more than $1 million in income. He deposited money from his CPA business, Pybram and Company, into a bank account for a nonprofit he created. His so-called charity, Foundation for Harmony and Happiness, supposedly helped couples avoid financial disputes.
Pybram was convicted last year to 4 counts of subscribing to false income tax returns.
In March 2013, a federal judge sentenced Pybram to 3 years in prison. On July 31st, 2015, he walked out of Taft Federal Prison, then spent time in a halfway house. And through it all, it appears Pybram's website has stayed up. Despite his criminal record, the website shows he still offers financial advice. He's willing to be an expert witness. And yes, he still offers tax planning. But we discovered the IRS Office of Professional Responsibility indefinitely suspended his license. Now he wants to represent the state of California in the U.S. Senate, deciding how your hard-earned tax dollars should be spent. I also got my hands on this. It's an email Pybram is sending out asking for campaign contributions. In it, he writes, "An experienced, powerful professional team has been assembled." He also states, "We need a permanent, kinder, more gentle IRS," and that he's been teaching professionals about the tax laws since 1976. And then he wraps it up by asking for a sizable contribution, and the checks should be made out to Pybram for Senate. And it's no surprise, but in that email, Pybram never mentions that he spent time in prison. Now, he refused to talk with us for the story, but at one point he did offer to do an interview with us on March 9th. But when he found out we would not hold on to the story until then, he canceled that interview as well. We also tried to contact his treasurer. He did not return our phone calls. And if you're wondering, can a felon really run for Congress? In California, the answer is yes. And depending on the terms of Pybram's release, he might not be allowed to vote for himself.